World Without Exploitation was born from the belief that if we could unite people, we could increase our collective impact and ignite change. Since our launch in 2016, we have been doing just that, bringing people together to change the landscape, laws, and lives. We started with just a few organizations working together. Today, we have more than 190 organizations from around the country. Our mission is simple. We seek to create a world where no one is bought, sold, or exploited. There are a few things that we know for certain. Those sold in the sex trade should never be criminalized, but instead must receive exit strategies and services. Exploiters must be held accountable for the devastating harm they cause. And without survivors driving our movement, we will never reach maximum impact. Before we look forward, let's take a peek at our past to see how World Without Exploitation has united our movement to learn and strategize together to ignite powerful change. Our movement was born from a series of conversations, and we've been connecting people ever since. Our annual conference draws hundreds of people from around the country, and although the pandemic has wreaked havoc everywhere, we've found a way to keep bringing people together. Our webinar series has increased our audience to well over 1,000, broadening our reach. We are training and strategizing at every level. Our Survivor Leadership Council, led by veterans Audrey Morrissey and Vanita Carter, is a place for survivors to convene, plan, and strategize. Our 2019 strategy session sparked our Equal Not Exploited campaign, which includes our new website, assessment tool, and more. Our annual youth summit is allowing us to train the next generation of activists in the thousands. We have been successful at changing laws, both federal and state. In 2018, we joined forces with partners across the country to pass FOSTA SESTA, a bill holding accountable websites for knowingly facilitating trafficking. In January 2018, we brought hundreds of survivors and allies to Capitol Hill for a legislative briefing and lobby day. Weeks later, with survivors guiding the way, FOSTA SESTA was signed into law. And then again in fall 2019, when an alarming decrim bill was seriously being considered by the Washington, D.C. City Council, we flew and bussed in more than 100 survivors and allies to rally, protest, and testify. The result? Another legislative success, defeating this disastrous decrim bill. With 4 years behind us and so much more work ahead of us, we are ready to bring World Without Exploitation to a whole new level. The Jensen Project funding will enable us to level up, bringing our unique way of working to communities across the country. We are poised to change laws by bringing the equality model around the country. And we are committed to changing lives with our innovative new programming that positions survivors as key leaders in jurisdictions, organizations, and the movement at large. Survivors will be instrumental in writing the next chapter of World Without Exploitation.